Virgo, hello, it's Nas the Tarot Snob, and I am back with another weekly tarot scope for the week of November 29th, 2020. Virgo, this reading is for those of you thinking about a special somebody right now. Your husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, your lover, your friend, your crush, your homie, your work boo, your neighbor, your secret crush, your ex, your next, the person you're dating. You got no darn business dating. This reading is going to be for them. Okay, make sure you're following me on Instagram. I do free readings every Friday in my stories, so you do not want to miss that. And also subscribe to my channel and like the video because it does help other Virgos like yourself get a hold of me. And let's go ahead and get right into it. I'll put those links in the description for you. That way it'll make it easier. All right, and Virgo, let's see what's going on. Fellow Virgos, if you are new to my channel, welcome. I am a Virgo as well, so I have to announce that every video for those who have clicked on this video for the first time. My birthday is September 2nd, so shout out to all of my September babies. Shout out to my August babies too. Anyone whose birthday is September 2nd as well, of course, I have a special place in my heart for you. And you know that we had a boring Wednesday birthday this year. At least Wednesday was boring for me. My birthday wasn't boring, but a Wednesday was just like, eh. And I had a milestone birthday, too. I had to celebrate it on a Wednesday. But all right, here we go, Virgo. Virgo, you are in your head this week, definitely about a situation, about a person, something that you can't let go of. Somebody said or did something to you and it's driving you crazy. You cannot stop thinking about it. I feel like a lot of it, I don't know if it's in your head. Let me see. For some of you, I feel like it is in your head and you know who you are. Some of you overthink things, but that's what they say about us. We're overthinkers and we analyze every little detail, but that's okay. I feel like for some of you, there is something going on and you might be overthinking it, or you might actually be a typical Virgo and overanalyzing every little detail about something. So let that go and you know who you are. If you're asking yourself, am I thinking too much about this? Then the answer is yes, especially if you landed on this video, the answer is yes, okay? That's just for some of you. Now, for some of my other Virgos, I do feel like somebody said or did something to you that's driving you crazy and your feelings are valid. I feel like somebody might have sent you a message or did something, gave you something stupid. Sorry, my foot itched so bad. I don't know why. You heard someone said something about you, or maybe even heard that they did something stupid without your knowledge, but something has you stressed out. This person right now is really getting over your nerve. I feel like the relationship is starting to get overwhelming. You're tired. You're doing too much to keep this relationship alive. And I feel like, they're just lollygagging and hanging out and hanging on, and they're just talking about nothing, and you're like, are you listening to me? And they're just talking about nothing. Or I feel like, you're trying to put your all into this relationship and you're getting tired, you're getting overwhelmed, you're carrying the relationship, you're trying to figure everything out, and they're just like, yeah, okay, they're just hanging in there. They're just not really putting forth that effort that you are. Okay. Basically, that's all I'm getting is a real tired energy this week from Virgo. Lots of thinking. Of course, you're in your head this week, or this person is driving you crazy. So you're thinking about what's next, thinking about whether or not you want to continue and be with this person. It's a lot of thinking here. I was wondering about the moon because the moon represents like illusions or sadness, or I just don't feel like Virgo is in a great place this week when it comes to the person you're thinking about. I think they're tiring you out. I think you feel so tired. And I do think that this is a lot of us right now, just tired. And I feel like some of you, your emotions are just going crazy. And every time you think of this person, you start to feel hurt or pain or heartbreak. And you're just wondering, why can't they behave? Why can't they act right? But at the same time, because you're thinking about them every day, you're thinking about what's next, you're trying to plan 10 years ahead. So remember to deal with the relationship that you have right now and not the relationship that you're trying to build in 10 years or the relationship that you're trying to make 10 years from now. It's possible that some of you are you're getting so upset with this person because you want this person to be something right now, to create this fantasy that you want to come true in 10 years, if that makes sense. So for some, they may not be doing anything wrong. And this isn't for all of you, if this is your story or not. For some, they're not doing things that are wrong. They're not meaning to constantly get on your nerve, but you want them to act this way now because of this future that you see for yourself and this future that you see for you and this person. So you're getting mad because they're not behaving in a way that you think they should. And I do feel like for some of you, you're thinking 5 or 10 years ahead, so you're not able to enjoy the person that you're with now. You're not able to enjoy the relationship because you're too busy planning the future. If any of that makes sense, let me know. Okay, and then like I said, for some of you, it's not even about thinking ahead. You just want this person just to straighten up and fly right now because they're acting up and they're overwhelming you and you're tired and you're sad and you're starting to feel overwhelmed. I did get this though. Some of you we're talking about family now. For some of you, you're married or you have kids with this person, and so you just want to get your family back. You just want to build a family with this person. There's something in here to me that sounds like this is somebody you want to be with forever, but you're feeling like you want a family. That takes me back here. Like I said, you're thinking 10 years ahead. You're getting mad at them for something that they're not doing now because you want this certain future with them. So you're mad now because they're not behaving like you think maybe a husband should or a wife should, even though the relationship is still in the first stages, if that makes sense. Let's see how they are feeling about you right now, okay? This is going to be how the Virgo lover is feeling about you, the relationship, what's happening between you guys, the fight that you guys had, if there was a fight. Let's see how they're feeling about you right now. Okay, Virgo. Virgos, who do they say we are attracted to? Like when we do the little research on Virgos, who do they pair us with? Because I've heard Aquarius and I've heard Pisces, but for me, I only really attract like Leos and Cancers, well, especially Cancers. But as a Virgo, I attract anybody born the month of July is attracted to me, Cancers especially, and then Leos are second. So who are you attracted to, Virgo? Tell me who do they pair us with? No. Let's just do this. Who do you highly attract as a Virgo? We all have that one sign. So this is how the Virgo lover is feeling about you. And so those things that you want, that future that you want, they think about it. They're definitely thinking about it as well. But they're like, this is a lot of hard work dating this Virgo. This is a lot of hard work. And I've got the 5 of Wands. I want to say Pentacles, the 5 of Wands. What are you guys fighting about? What are you guys always arguing about that's stopping this person from fully giving themselves to you, which is why you're probably so upset with them because they can't fully give themselves to you. I do feel like maybe they feel that you might be stubborn. They feel like you might be stuck in your ways. They feel like maybe you don't want to change or loosen up. There's some things about you that I wish you would reconsider and you won't. I feel like that's kind of like how they feel about you. You know, they want a little bit more out of you and you're just so stuck in your ways and you're so stubborn, Virgo, that kind of pushes them away and that kind of scares them as well. But again, I'm asking, how do they feel about you? This is how they see you. Tension. Look at the images. This is how they see you right now. But this is also how they see you. A lot of hard work. You and this relationship is a lot of hard work. Maintaining you as a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a husband, a wife is a lot of work. And then also, this has crossed their mind as well. You know, long-term happiness, a long-term relationship. They're trying to figure out, how can I get there? Like, what can I do to make this Virgo happy? How can I get to the place that this Virgo wants to be in? But at the same time, this Virgo is so stuck in their ways. The Virgo is constantly mad at me about stuff, but what about what the Virgo is doing? Like, the Virgo won't acknowledge the Virgo's BS as well. Like, I feel like that's what your person is thinking about you. Let's see how things are going to happen, or things are going to go between you and your Virgo lover this week, next week, spilling into December, which is this week. Can you believe we're already in December? Wow. I'm not even going to be able to. Anyway. All right. This is things that's going to happen between you and your Virgo lover this week. This is the energy, I should say. We'll put that back in there because it did not fall out, but it looked like it was hanging out. Like it wanted to creep out. It looks like there's going to be a big fight and then you guys are going to break up. Excuse me. It looks like there's going to be a big fight and then you guys are going to make up and be happy. Like, I feel like you guys are going to get into a nasty fight, an argument, or you guys might suddenly have this discussion that you didn't even know was coming about some things and get some things off your chest. I feel like a release of something is coming really soon, but it feels like a fight to me. For some of you, it's just a deep conversation. But then it looks like that's going to change things between you guys. Look after that fight, after that argument, after that whatever you guys go through. Look what I get then. So I would say this week, you may have a fight with this person, one that you didn't even see coming. You're going to be like, wow, well, where did that come from? But after that, I feel like that fight's going to change both of your both of your attitudes towards each other towards this. So I think that fight, it's possible that it's needed. You know, when you get the death card, okay, here we go. This is what I was pulling for. This death card to me in this instant doesn't feel like it's going to be over. It feels like something new is about to happen between you and this person. Some kind of argument or conversation. Somebody's going to have their aha moment. Somebody's going to have an epiphany. And when you have it, the old ways are going to die. The old arguments and fights, things you've argued about for years, I feel like that's going to come to an end soon. And then you guys will start to get on this path to the sun, which is happiness and hope for a better relationship. It's an outlook. It's a positive outlook, I should say. So I feel like there is going to be, and I think this is just more so for the next month or so. I think I'm speaking more beyond next week. I feel like there is going to be something that's going to be destroyed just to be rebuilt. You know, some kind of big, nasty, ugly argument that's going to actually tear down walls to get you guys to be on the side of the wall that you're supposed to be on, if that makes sense. And like I said, I think that's, I'm reading beyond next week. I'm reading beyond January. I'm in January, February, March now. You know what I'm saying? There's something big that's going to happen that makes you both realize that this is something that you want, that you do want to be in this relationship. I want to really pick up this card because it matches my nails. Okay, thank you guys so much, Virgo, for stopping by. Very interesting, very interesting. Sorry, something else just came to mind, but I really do feel like you guys might break up, have a really stank argument, but then I feel like 2021 is going to be a really good year for you and this person. That just really crossed my mind. Make sure you're following me on Instagram, gypsy_hustle. I do readings every week in my story, so you don't want to miss that. tarotsnob@gmail.com is how you can book a personal reader with me, Virgo. I will put the links in the description. And then also subscribe to the channel and like the video because it helps other Virgos like yourself get a hold of me, okay? Thank you guys so much. I have a plate of food to get to now. Hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. I've got some leftovers I'm about to get to, y'all. I made a lemon velvet cake. This was my very first time making it. It was a lemon velvet cake with cream cheese icing. It was so good. I did my thing on that. I just want to share that with my favorite Virgos. Let me know what you made this holiday season because I'm interested. Share those Virgo recipes, all right? If this reading made sense and it did resonate, say, girl, hi. If it did not, I'm not mad. Say, girl, bye.